So our chronological age is important, but also our behavior and our biological age is important. And our biological age reflects the true condition of our cells and tissues. The healthier your lifestyle, the lower your biological age, and the lower the risk of age-related diseases. Now, the problem with biological age is that most people don't know it. They continue with unhealthy habits until they see the first symptoms of age-related diseases. And at that point, it's too late to do prevention. So our solution to this problem is our ProLongevity package. This is an AI-based personalized projection of your biological age. It includes your individual personalized predisposition towards age-related diseases, and it's designed to stop the development of these diseases. This is our client journey. We start with a sample collection, which we use for biochemistry, genetic, and epigenetic tests. After we've analyzed your sample, we are going to sit down with you for a DNA consultation. This is something that distinguishes from a lot of DNA testing companies. Usually they just give you the results, and these are unintelligible for 99% of the population. We sit down with you and we tell you what these results mean for you. And finally, we hand you over with your results, with your biological age and your risk of age-related diseases. We hand you over to our partnering prevention clinic, which can put you in touch with specialists in the fields that we've identified as risky for you. And they can give you the best medical advice on how you can prevent the development of these diseases. This is what our application looks like. This mobile application consists of two panels. The first one gives you a daily rate of biological aging. And in order to do that, in order to calculate that, we need input from a wearable device and geolocation. So by taking in input from these two data sources, we can calculate how quickly you are aging biologically. And if you look at this example here, and this 20 hours that we've highlighted, this is a person who for the past 24 hours has been in the park. They've been working out, they've been running, then they went home and they had a good night's sleep after a day in the park, breathing good air and working out. So because they've been so good to themselves and because we've been tracking them the whole day and we've seen their physical activity and we've seen the quality of their sleep and the quality of the air they've been breathing, we can calculate that they have aged biologically 20 hours. Conversely, if that same person was spent the whole day at home watching Netflix, because they're beamed with blue light all day long, they didn't have a good night's sleep, they slept for 6 or even 3 hours because they're overstimulated, we will tell that same person that they've aged biologically 29 or 30 hours. Below the dial here, you can see the balance of the person for the week, the month, and the year. And here you can see some of the factors that we're tracking to give this analytics, this calculation. In the second panel of the application, you can see the result of our epigenetic test. And this epigenetic test is going to give you your biological age and your risk of age-related diseases that we've identified by sequencing your DNA. What's important to say is that the two panels speak to each other. So every day that you're not working out and you're not physically active, or you're not breathing good air, you're not in a good environment, we can tell you that this is affecting your biological age and your risk of age-related diseases. What's also important to highlight is that we've designed the application to be fed with information from wearable devices and geolocation, specifically because once you give us permission to track your device and your geolocation, you no longer need to feed data in. You don't need to put in anything. We can just automatically track your sleep, your physical activity. With geolocation, we can also track the quality of your air, sea elevation, meteorological conditions, solar radiation, many factors that we all know affect our health and every other platform is neglecting. Over here to the right, you can see a QR code, which if you scan it, is going to lead you to our questionnaire, our online questionnaire in our website. This was designed as a tool that's going to show people an early stage of what our analytics looks like. The questionnaire includes some 20 questions. It's free of charge to do it. And you can see, depending on the results of the answers to your questions, you can see how quickly you're aging biologically. Again, this is a precursor to the application. We still haven't developed it yet. But as you can also see, we've also done a lot of work on the development of the idea and the visuals for this application, and B2C is going to play a prominent role in the future development of the company.
Ladies and gentlemen, I first want to thank for this invitation, as it's a pleasure to be here today. I'm going to talk about my company, as you can see in Obuswaya. It's for personal assistance and concierge, and 1 year ago I decided that it's high time for me to open such a company after working with many and successful entrepreneurs that really wanted a little bit of help with their life and management and all of the things that they do not have time for. So to tell you a little bit more on who we are, our, let's say, main motto is that it's all about understanding life and having someone you trust to manage it. After seeing that so much people do not have time, entrepreneurs, people who are in the business or any other field, I said, okay, why not make a company that is based on core values such as lifestyle and its management. So I created the company and decided that it's going to have a couple more services than the usual personal assistance companies. And yeah, to tell you a little bit more about us and what we actually do, it's all about time. And what I saw was that it's the most valuable asset, and most of the people do not have time for it. And we decided to base the company on core values, such as your personal life is a secret for us and for you. Nobody else knows about it. And our team is a highly dedicated one, I would say. For the last 1 year, I managed to find people in the field of law, in the field of personal assistance, and in private jets and in business management and strategy, so that we have a wide range of services and so that you do not have to worry about anything when it comes to documentation, when it comes to managing your life, any type of travel arrangements, and etc. And as I said, our services, to give you a little bit more information on what we actually do. It all started with private jets and flights. We decided to work with many companies and in the end ended with one that can actually cover the whole world, and we can provide you a private jet wherever you are at any time, as well as VIP concierge services and transportation. For security reasons, we have one more option, that is with motorbikes. We have a great company that can actually help you with any sort of event that you are going to, so that you have the security. And of course, access to exclusive events all around the world and exclusive hotels globally, as well as discounts for them, marketing strategies and social media management, as well as security services, as mentioned before. And the good part is that we have 24/7 support, so that you do not have to worry. Any place, anytime, we're here for you. We offer lifestyle management as well as business management. Here, what I'd like to underline is that the business management is completely for people who do not have time to hire someone to look over the business. So we can jump on it and we can help you with this one. We offer education and skill development, either for kids or for you, as well as company setup anywhere in the world, in the UK or anywhere you want. And of course, special requests such as event planning and anything that you might need from our side.
I will just start with a story how design systems helped me to ship a startup for only one weekend. But yeah, for that, I will start with Entropy Active. That was an agency I founded 5 years ago, and its sole purpose was to deliver a great software. It was only last year I started introducing startups around Entropy Actives. So previously I just did client work and didn't went back much on the products there. So the first startup I introduced was Design System Specs, and that was a software to manage your design system. Smart Poker Table was a great product as well, came just after it. And Craftly Now was the product that just took me one weekend, having in mind I was using design systems. So how design system works and what's so great about it? Let's just see the projects we have here. So design system specs has navigation, drawer, table, and those are all components we can reuse in other projects. So when we create one project, we pick some of the components we use there, we bring it to the system of the Entropy Active, and we can freely use on other projects. So Smart Poker Table was much easier to ship just because we already have that grant. And again, if anything new came into the project, we shipped back to Entropy Active Design System. And having all that, all it took was just a weekend to ship Craftly Now, which again was a pretty straightforward.
Hello guys, hello futurists and future-minded people. So here I have a pleasure to give you a different point of view, just to show you how inventory optimization, relatively trivial task, can be completely changed and can be driven by the AI. So about me, my name is Sergey. Yeah, I work in the data science field more than 70 years. I'm one of the founders of Data Science Society. It is a society which we set up like 10 years ago with the main idea to be an environment where people within our exotic domain, data science, AI, ML, are able to play, experiment, and learn from each other. We organize a lot of datathons, hackathons, meetups. We support conferences, also organize conferences, summer schools, and many other things. Apart from that, I have a consultant company called ShopUp, and recently we spin off one of the products, Catwink, which I am going to talk about right now. We have more than 50 projects in different areas. The most recent ones, we focus in retail and e-commerce. I'm also a lecturer in different areas from the retail, e-commerce, digital marketing area. I was invited for project management, gaming, so different areas in different locations. Also mentor to Bulgarian University and one of the jury members of two AI congresses in Berlin and Vienna. We spin off it from the shop, from the consultancy company. What we are doing and what's different here is that probably most of you have heard about digital twins. So what we are doing, we are combining all the existing data from one business. We start from the Google Ads, Facebook Ads data, which they have from the different websites. Sometimes they're selling in 3 or 4 countries, so they have different websites, they have different traffics. Also, we add a layer of the availability from their warehouses, information with the suppliers or their sales, which comes normally from the ERPs. We also add additional layer where the marketers are operating, like the SMS, the emails. Also, if they have external data like a pricing comparison to weather or holidays or different kind of stuff. So once we have all this data, we are able to combine it. And we are focusing on product performance on each product and each metric. We as a data scientist apply the latest cutting AI forecasting models for each customer. And also we noticed that each business have its specifics. So that's why we are tailoring their inventory optimization strategy based on their needs, combining these agents in a way that they can make sense. And also we have ability to track and team contributions, because some of them can interfere in a positive, some of them in a negative way when they're making forecasting and making inventory. So this is what Catwink is.
Hello, everybody. Thank you, Futurist Expo, to having me here, giving me the opportunity to introduce to you O'Malley. O'Malley is a platform of micro podcasts and communities for corporations. And this is the way that collaborator audiences from companies saw O'Malley. It's a really friendly interface, and this platform gives the company a voice. So with this type of content, these bytes of audio content, we can vitalize communities and concentrate information in one place. We can easily integrate with the existing platforms of the company through an API. We have an offline mode. So even if you are traveling, for instance, in a plane or a trip, you can still consume our content. We have also an integration with QR to make the way that you access to your community more easy. We support multiple languages, so we can adapt to more than 35 languages. Also, it's multi-device, so you can consume O'Malley wherever you are, in your computer, in your cell phone. We have an app and a web app. Also, we have the geolocalization, and this is important, for instance, for touristic experience. We can make you, for instance, audio guides with O'Malley. And of course, the design and all the steps inside the platform are extremely customizable, so you can have your own O'Malley for your company. And this is the backend of O'Malley, and it's really easy to create a new content. You just put for instance, the length of the information, the tone. You can upload, for instance, a PDF with text, and the assistant creates all the script for your audio. For instance, if you want to make an onboarding training, you can upload your previous onboarding in the platform. And for instance, if you want to make an onboarding with less than 10 mini podcasts, 10 audios. So you establish this limit of 10 mini podcasts, and the creation assistant will bring you 10 scripts. So you can edit the scripts, you can delete the scripts if you don't like the something about the script. You have the whole control of the process as a company. When you confirm these scripts and the mini podcast content, you can have the access of the dashboard analytics, where you can administrate the members, the communities. Inside each community, you can create different paths of training, of education for your audiences. This type of dashboard have another important characteristic, that there are not typically dashboards where you start with the same metrics than other companies. You can personalize with AI your own dashboard. So you don't need, for instance, an specialist in SQL or Power BI. You just introduce the prompt, and the dashboard immediately appear. So, for instance, if you want the historical of security in trainings, you can put only the prompt. I want the historical dashboard of onboarding trainings, and that's it. You can personalize each dashboard as you want. So here you can obtain specific metrics about how the communication impact was. For instance, how many people was trained, how many people ends the training, where they stuck. You can track even how they feel when they take this training. So you have the notion not only about the control of what you communicate, but also what was the response from your audience?